You heard the spokesperson of the House of Representatives, Honorable Zachary Mohammed, actually saying the lawmakers may consider, that's in the House of Representatives, may consider making provision for oil subsidy. The fact is that President Goodluck Jonathan did not provide for oil subsidy in the budget he presented on Tuesday the 13th. So, question is, do the lawmakers actually have the power to make provision for what the president has not budgeted for? I'm now going to talk to the spokesperson of the House who is joining us on the line now from Abuja, Honorable Zachary Mohammed. Thank you very much for joining us. Tell me, do you actually have the right and the power to make provision for what the president has not budgeted for?
Yeah, I wanted to thank you very much for this opportunity. I wanted to realize that members of the House of Representatives are representatives of the people who are elected and of course who have the mandate. And we believe that the issue of subsidy is a national issue. And of course, fuel dwells on everything. Our economy is based on that, and of course increments on food and services are on that. And the members of the House, after the last time we spoke about the subsidy, haven't taken a position on the subsidy, and they said they are not giving a nod to what the president said. So in the course of the debate, I believe that the budget has been presented. When the budget comes, and of course members have opportunity to study, definitely will talk and be able to take a stand. But I want to assure Nigerians that we will be on the part of the people, where whatever is the best interest of the people is what we are doing. Coming to your second question, whether lawmakers have the right to give to make provision if the president doesn't, I want to tell you that the Constitution is the guiding principle of members of the House of Representatives, and of course, because the budget, the debate has not taken place without being conclusive. I know that we have the right as people's representatives to at least bring to fore what the feelings of the people are like this. To that extent, if the budget, we are convinced in the House and we believe that the budget necessarily must take provision for it, definitely lawmakers will communicate.
So you're saying you would not be going against any law at all if you were to do that?
No, definitely we're not going against it. It has happened in the past where in 2008 Mr. President presented a budget to the House, and of course the House they were able to give in their input into the budget, and there was a consensus. The President signed that budget, that appropriation, President Yara, in 2008. It happened. So everything we're doing is in the best interest of Nigerians. We definitely are in tune. We understand the page. We know what the people suffer. We're very close to them. As true representatives of the people, none of us are security there and there. So we feel them. We have been meeting with them. And I believe that Mr. President can just make, let's beat it down and throw it to the people of Nigerians and feel their pulse. So we know that we are on the...
But let me ask you this final question before you go. Do you guys feel under... Do you feel any kind of pressure at all now? Because it would appear the president has passed the buck to you, that the president has passed the buck now to you. Do you feel any kind of pressure at all? Because Nigerians are looking up to you. They want to find out what you're going to do about this issue, how you intend to resolve this whole debate over subsidy.
You know, we said the 7th House of Representatives is the People's Parliament. And to that extent, whatever is the pulse of the people is what we say in the House. And since we came in June, all that we have ordered and dwelt on in terms of motions and bills are based, and of course speaking on the needs of the people. And we are not under any pressure. As representatives of people, whatever they want is what we stay with. And I'm sure that Pt.2 is listening, and he's our president in Nigeria. Whatever is the direction of the people, I'm sure His Excellency will give that a nod. But I know that we will debate the budget, and the House will come out with a position. But we have not taken a position on the 2012 appropriation, and that's when we take on the debate. I will be available. Let's know what, in terms of facts and figures, what we have arrived at, and therefore, when we reach the bridge, we will know how to cross.
All right.
But I assure Nigerians that everything that we are doing in the Seventh Assembly is in the best interest of the people of Nigeria, and the best interest of the common man, and the best interest of the Nigerian project.
All right, Honorable Zachary Mohammed, thank you very much for talking to us. We've been speaking with Honorable Zachary Mohammed, the spokesperson of the House of Representatives, who joined us on the line from the nation's federal capital, Abuja. Now, let me introduce my guest, who will have a panel of three, actually, in the House, who will be weighing in on this issue. Well, sitting very close to me here is, well, what has a lawyer, anyway, got to do with budget? I don't really know. We'll find out, because this concerns each and every one of us in this country. I have Chief Godwin Azurike, who is a lawyer, sitting right here with me. And I also have an economist in the House, the CEO of Financial Derivatives, Mr. Biswak Rwani. Thank you very much for coming on the program. And I have, well, I want to call you a political analyst for the sake of this discussion, even though you used to be the spokesperson. You're still the spokesperson of General Muhammadu Buhari, Mr. Yinka Odumakin. Thank you all for coming on the program. Let me start with you, Mr. Rwani. You take a look at the budget. You are the economist here. Let us look at, I want us to look at the sectoral, Allocation, yeah, exactly. If we can have that slide now, the president proposing to spend 921.91 billion naira. There you have it on security, and power getting 161. Security getting so much. Are you surprised that, with the report you saw in the House of, the Senate now, it would appear security was the biggest issue that came up in the debate?
Yes. Security has two dimensions to it. There's preventive security, and there's security after the event. To me, financial and social security is more important than physical security.
When you take a look at, just take a look at those figures now. Look at 921. Is it mind-boggling?
That's 20% of the budget. The reality is that what you spend, first and foremost, security spend is not dimensionable. That is, you cannot verify it. It includes police, it includes criminal justice, it includes the military, and it includes the security apparatus. But to me, you are already have an issue building in the fact that there will be crisis. And you can prevent crisis by spending more on the other sectors like health, education, and power.
If you were the president's advisor now, just take a look at those figures. Where would you be advising him to spend much on,
Obviously, the other sectors that provide financial and social security, and I will not spend that much money on physical security. And I'll give you an example. If you take all the money that was spent on security in 6 months, and the number of people that have died out of Boko Haram or MEND, you put that on one compartment, and you take the Ogunpa flood, okay? The amount of money required to prevent the Ogunpa flood is not up to 1% of total security spent. But the number of people that died during that flood last year were 20 times more than the number of people that have died so far in security. So you have a decision to make. Are you going to spend the money to prevent those kind of deaths, or are you going to spend this elaborate amount of money because of headline grabbing security issues? My view is that we can prevent these things by providing social and financial security for people, and that stops people from being on the fringe and swinging into dysfunctional.
Mr. Odumakin, let me come to you. Is this not defensible? You consider what is happening in the country today. The biggest problem we have is security. Boko Haram striking in the north, then you have the problem in the Niger Delta. Of course, that has been taken care of, but it could still rear its ugly head. So you have crisis all over. Just yesterday we heard about the 4 Air Force men who were killed. You look at the kind of problem we're facing, and people say, well, you do not deal with this problem, then it has the potential of scaring investors away. So in that case, we could defend that figure.
Well, I think Mr. Rwani made a very important point about the question of social security as against physical security. And of course, he said that this is not dimensionable. This 921 billion naira, there's no way we are going to measure this money was spent at the end of the year. Whereas, if we are taking this money into areas where there dimensionable, where you can measure. You can say, okay, you say you are going to build so. At the end of the day, have you done this? But in security, you cannot measure. And at the end of the day, look, last year we spent 1.1 trillion naira on security. Did you have security? So security goes beyond just
1.1 trillion.
Yes.
I just where did you get that figure?
Oh, that was just 2011 budget.
Oh, really?
1.1 trillion, more than this. Yet we didn't have security.
So check up on that.
Yeah, check this.
Yeah, just go on.
So it's very clear that, and I've always said this about the Nigerian ruling class, that God forbid, if there's a typhoon in Nigeria today, it's an opportunity to take more money out of the treasury. Now, the whole thing about the country now is insecurity. Now it's an opportunity to take money out of the treasury, not necessarily to provide security, because over the years we have voted money for under so many headings. We have voted money for roads. Where are the roads? We have voted money for health. Are we healthy? We have voted money for agriculture. We have food to eat. So I think really that we should be looking at ways of setting our priorities right, and not to use the boogie of security to begin to spend money in the wrong direction.